Hello everybody, I would like to introduce you to a software tool which I created for the sake of creating data visualization without writing code. So if you go over here to freecharts.org, you'd have access to this tool. And so I'll just walk you through the interface of this tool in general. So with this tool, there are several things. Of course, it's still, a work in progress, and I still make changes to it on a daily basis to improve the usability of this tool. So of course, if you have any ideas on how I can improve this tool, you can communicate with me, write something down in the comments below, and I can work on getting it better. So this is it right now. You can select the theme of your chart. So if you want it to be a dark theme, bluish theme, gray theme, but most importantly, you are able to select different types of charts here. So scatterplots, bar charts, box plots, histogram, violin. So as of right now, these are the charts that are being supported. And also in terms of data size that you can upload here, they have to be CSVs with a maximum size of 10 megabytes. Now I know 10 megabytes is not a whole lot, but the truth about it is this tool is limited by the amount of compute resource which I have to give it. So right now it's currently deployed on Heroku platform, and I believe I'm using the $7 a month price tag. So this tool is intended to be free. Of course, any help I get in terms of deployment platform, that is already paid for, that'll be great. Anyways, this is what it is right now, and just want to show you what it looks like. So in this video, we're going to make scatterplots. So this video is more like making scatterplots and introducing you to FreeCharts. So let's say I want to visualize, let's say I love using this AutoMPG dataset a lot. I think I use it a lot. So when you upload your data set here, you can do a drag and drop, or you can just select, like click in this box, and it will open the file upload window. So this is the CSV file I just uploaded. These are the top 5 rows. So the idea with this is just so that you can have an idea of the columns that are available: MPG cylinders, displacement, horsepower, weight, acceleration, model year, origin, and car name. So let's say I'm interested in seeing how the MPG and the horsepower are related. All I have to do is just select them here, and you can see there is an inverse relationship between the MPG and the horsepower. So as the miles per gallon of a vehicle increases, the horsepower of that vehicle tends to decrease. Which makes sense. The most fuel efficient cars are not the cars with the highest power. So I can change the theme here. I can change it to, this bluish theme, or just white and blue. If I want to change it to dark theme, I could do that as well. And you see, it just changes. I could do gray and blue. That's cool. I could just do pure white background, something like something you'd see from like Matplotlib. So this is it. But I like this gray background. I feel like it resonates well with the entire, user interface of this tool. So I've specified my x-axis, y-axis. Let me say plot of MPG against horsepower. Okay, I can add that title there, and it should pop up. I can also add the size. So let's say I want the size to show let's say the displacement of the engine. So you can see the different size. Let's say I just want to show the number of cylinders instead, right? So we could do that. I want to color it by the origin. So where is the car from? And so you can see that, it changes everything here once you select that. I can also decide, okay, let me add, instead of coloring based on the origin, should I add symbols for the year? Okay, I can add symbols for the year. So you can see there are different symbols, X's, pluses, for the different year that is in this data set. You can see. And so this is all from the tool. Okay, so this is a basic scatter plot. And this tool was built using Plotly Dash and Plotly Express and a little bit of pandas somewhere in there. You can see that, this functionality, uses the head function in pandas. And of course, pandas also handles the loading of CSVs and things like that. So if you'd like me to show you how I developed this tool, if there's enough requests for it, then I will show how that's done. So let's say I want my x-axis to be in log scale. I can come here and just click on true. Okay. Let's say I want my y-axis to be in log scale as well. I can do that, and you can see the difference. You see there, it's a bit different now. So let's assume that I want this visual, but I also want to see on the x-axis the histogram distribution, for the miles per gallon. And this is what it is right now. You can see that. So let's say I want to see on the y-axis the violin plot. We could do that. Okay. Let's say instead of violin plot, I want to look at the histogram. Okay, you can see what that looks like. Let me change this back to false for the log axis. And yeah, this is what we have. This is what we have over here. We could also, instead of all of these, we could say let's do log plots and give it some time. It changes, if I want the over text, let's say I want the names of the car to be available. You see, when I go over it, I want to see the different car names, right? You can see that. And well, text, this we're going to just do, so I'll show you what it looks like, but we're going to take it off as well. So you can see, of course, the names of the different cars are showing there, but then this looks a bit too noisy, so we're going to just take this off. Okay, and it should go back to normal. So now this is one of the functionality for Scatterplots. And of course, if you now want to download the PNG file, you're just going to click on this camera button. Like I said, this was built using Plotly Express. So if you're familiar with Plotly, you can, zoom in here and you know what this button does. So sometime in the future, I hope to have, a drop down menu here where I can select, okay, if I want a PNG or if I want a JPEG or HTML or SVG, different file formats, and someone can click a download button and they would be able to, download the file that way. And so I won't be dependent on this Plotly function. But as of right now, I am dependent on the Plotly function, and yeah, let me open this. And this is it on my computer. I have it here. And this beautiful chart was done without writing any single line of code. And that was pretty much the idea and the philosophy behind this tool when I created it. Because I remember, during my undergrad days, when I, was training to be an engineer, whenever I want to make a chart for my experiments, I had to use Excel charts, which were okay, but I always knew they looked a bit ugly. So I decided to make this tool for other people that may find themselves in that boat, so that they can go ahead and still make beautiful charts without having to write any single line of code. So let's say we want to visualize, let's say, iris data sets. Why not, right? So I uploaded the iris data sets, the CSV format. This is the top 5 rows in that column, and you can see they have sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and species. So these are numeric columns, and this is just categorical, so based on the name. So I could decide that, okay, let me make some visuals from this. So you can see that the options here are updated based on the file I uploaded. So I could come here to About page and then come back here, because it's a blank slate again. So let's say I want to see the sepal length versus the petal length, see the relationship, and I want it to be sized by the sepal width, so you can see there are different sizes. And let's say I want to color it by the species. Okay, so you can see the different iris species are colored differently, and you can see just the difference in that. So you can see that based on the sepal length and petal length, it's easy to categorize the different flowers, you see. So all of this was done without you having to write any single code. Okay, let me go over here. Let's say I want to see the rock plot on that axis, for the different species. You can see that. Let's say I don't want to color it. I just want to see the rock plot. That's what it is up there. Let's say I want to see on the y-axis, I want to see the violin plot. You see, that's what it is right now. So if I do add a color by species, that's what it is. You can see this, and this is a very useful tool. So let's say instead of coloring it by the species, which is what I've done here, I can cancel that and just visualize this on the rows. Okay, so this is it on the rows. You can see they're all separated, so for each row represents the different species. I can also choose to still paint it, color it, and you see this is what you see here. So this is another example of how to use Scatterplots. Of course, if you want to download this and use it in your publication or your charts or your reports or whatever, you just click on that camera and it should download it over here. So that's it over there. You can see it's downloaded on my computer. Like I said, once I work on this some more, I'm going to add a little widget here where I can select different drop down for export formats and click a download button, and that should be it. So this is a very nice tool. Let's give it let's give the plot a name. Plot of sepal length. Okay, I think I might have misspelled something there. Should be fine. Okay, we'll give it some time. And if there are people that would like to pay for compute, this is a free tool for everybody. If you pay for compute, that'd be great, so more people can use this tool. And like I said, I am gonna add more charts over here. So let's just change this to, let's say, the dark theme. You see, and so this is just an example of how you'd carry out a scatter plot using this tool. In other videos, we're gonna look out for the different charts, and with time I intend to add more charts over here. So thank you very much for watching this, and of course feel free to visit this app is live right now. So just go to freecharts.org and you should be fine. You should be able to access it. So thank you everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.